Responsible investing and ESG considerations, which stands for environmental, social and governance considerations, has been a key part of our investment process here at Fisher Funds for many years. And I'd point out that it applies to all of our portfolios. We don't have one set of rules for one or two ethical funds and another set of rules for everything else we invest in. The responsible investing framework applies to all of our portfolio companies and portfolios. And as part of that, our ESG committee does rely on exclusion for some industries and companies that we aren't allowed to invest in. But we use that tool of exclusion really carefully. Exclusion is quite a blunt instrument, and in some ways it can make the ESG decision-making quite easy because it gives you a very clear answer. A company or an industry is either in or out. It's either a yes or no decision. But we think that investment managers should not be given a free pass on what's a vast area of grey that sits between that yes or no decision. And as part of our responsible investing framework, our ESG committee spends quite a lot of time evaluating that grey area. And we do that principally through the tool of engagement. So when an ESG issue arises, we'll get on the phone and we'll speak to our companies and we'll deal with the issue through dialogue. This is one of the advantages that comes from being an active investment manager and knowing our companies well. We can pick up the phone and speak to them. So we'll try dialogue as a first instance of engagement. If needs be, we can ratchet up the pressure by voting our shares at an AGM. And then finally, as a last resort, if all else fails, we can obviously sell our shares and exit our investment. But as an active manager, we do have the flexibility to speak to our companies and try and nudge them in the right direction when it comes to ESG issues. And we think this is a far more sensible approach and will be more effective in lifting ESG standards across our portfolio companies than just relying on exclusion.